What is up, everybody? Azarel here, and welcome to a special gaming news video that I will be doing many more of in the future as time progresses. But I am doing on this in this video. I'm going to be talking about Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Now, I know a lot of people out there, aren't familiar with Tekken Cross Street Fighter when basically this game is supposed to be the spin-off to Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Just like Street Fighter Cross Tekken was bringing the Tekken characters into the Street Fighter universe, Tekken Cross Street Fighter is supposed to bring the Street Fighter characters into the world of Tekken. And back in 2014, actually, I have the video right here that I'm actually referring to. I made a game theory video, as you see right here, where I basically, when Tekken 7 was first announced and they started talking about the critical art systems and basically the combat system as to how they're going to go about making Tekken 7, I compared it a lot to what they were doing or what they did in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and I made a uh, a game theory video, as you see right here. Tekken 7 is a prelude to Tekken Cross Street Fighter, and I still stand by that today. And it was announced actually last month on the 23rd, and so I am kind of late in making this video. But it was announced that that Tekken Cross Street Fighter is that it is still in development. Now, I'm not going to sit here and read this whole thing to you because I want to make this video as short as possible. But basically, what they're saying is that, and I've read other articles as well. One where uh, Harada had actually mentioned that the roster had already been selected for Tekken Cross Street Fighter, and that they have some base designs and things like that. Another thing that makes this theory video even more relevant, I guess you could say, and that I had enough foresight to say the things that I was saying, and that I do encourage everybody to go watch that video. I mentioned that what they normally what video game companies do when they're about to make like some type of follow-up game is that they make other games with certain features, and then they place them in the sequel of this game that they're trying to make. For example, um, with the Dark Souls series, you notice that after Dark Souls 2, that company from software ended up making Bloodborne, and in Bloodborne, there was a combat system where your weapons could change forms and things such as that. And they announced that in Dark Souls 3, you will be able to change weapon stances and things such as that. And of course, you was able to do similar things like that in Dark Souls 2. You will be able to change it from like one hand stance to like a two hand stance or something like that. You know what I mean? But they're trying to increase that, and basically it's going to be like Bloodborne-esque. So that's basically what I mean. It's like they'll make a different game to try to test out something new, just so they can put it in a game that they actually want to put it in. So basically, with Tekken Cross Street Fighter, what they're doing with Tekken 7 is that they're testing out this critical art system, which is basically in comparison to the Ultra moves from the Street Fighter universe, and that'll make more sense out of the crossover. That way, the moves are, they'll have something to match up with. You have the critical moves from Tekken matching up with the Ultra moves from Street Fighter or something like that. Now, I don't know if they're going to do that. I'm pretty sure they have their own unique system with Tekken Cross Street Fighter, but that's basically giving you an idea on what they're doing. And to even further prove my point, they even put Akuma into Tekken 7. So let me go back to this. Akuma for Tekken. Tweaking Tekken 7. They actually announced that Akuma would be in Tekken 7, and they even did like a small gameplay video. Now, I'm not going to play those videos, but you guys can obviously look those up, and you can see Akuma doing fireballs and hurricane kicks. You know what I mean? Just the typical maneuvers that they would do in Street Fighter. And another thing is, I think the reason why they chose Akuma over Ryu or Ken was because Akuma is basically like the better version of those two, and I think you will be able to get more out of basically like you have more options with Akuma. So without the need of them having to put like multiple Shotos in the game that can do aerial dives, and that, you basically get all that with Akuma. So why not just put that one character in there to test this thing out rather than everybody? And the reason why they're putting Akuma in there to begin with is to get Street Fighter fans to accept the or get used to the fact that, or get more familiar with a Street Fighter character being brought into the Tekken world using the combat system of Tekken. Like, that's what I'm getting to. So that's what they're doing right now. They're just trying to get people familiar, or basic, or they could be trying to get people, or just trying to see what the reaction is going to be from having a Street Fighter character in the Tekken universe will be. There's multiple things that can be going on here, but nevertheless, I was right. Tekken Cross Street Fighter is still being made, well, which I didn't doubt, but other people doubted it. But no, it's still being made, of course. And this article right here is explaining that the team at Tekken basically um, are still working on it. They're still trying to figure some things out with it, and they're still developing the game. So, you know, just look forward to more of what Tekken Cross Street Fighter has to offer, and just keep an open mind, because I understand that these are like two different fan bases. You got people that like fighting games that like Tekken and Street Fighter. You have people that just like Tekken. You have people that just like Street Fighter. And for those two groups of fans, I would say when it comes to Tekken Cross Street Fighter, just because Street Fighter Cross Tekken has such a bad response, and with the DLC controversy that they had, and like the on this DLC controversy that they had, and people didn't really like the game that much because the Tekken characters are brought into the Street Fighter universe, and it didn't feel like a Tekken game, which it wasn't intended to feel like in the first place. So I don't know why they would get mad at that, but understanding what they're trying to do with this, and just keep an open mind and try to enjoy the game for what it is whenever it does get released, or whenever it does whenever some more gameplay gets shown, or of Tekken Cross Street Fighter. But for now, enjoy Akuma in Tekken 7. I think it will be a very good, unique experience, and I think obviously is a prelude to Tekken Cross Street Fighter. It's just a way to get Street Fighter players to adapt to their Street Fighter characters being put into a Tekken universe using that Tekken combat system. So, and on top of the fact that they have like the critical arts in Tekken, and them bringing the characters from Street Fighter over into crossing that over into the Tekken universe, they have something to familiarize themselves with from that. Hence the reason why they even bothered to do that to begin with. Because with the crossover coming up, like whenever they announce the release date for it, because it is still in development, as you can see, I know that they're just trying to have something similar when it comes to ultra moves or whatever the case is, and it is something to look forward to. So the link to this article is actually going to be in the video description, so you guys can check this out for yourself. And if you ever get the time, I'm actually going to leave a link to the Akuma reveal trailer so that you guys can watch that as well. So yeah, so tell me what you guys think. Tekken Cross Street Fighter is still in development. Akuma's been announced for Tekken 7. What do you think they plan on doing with the Tekken Cross Street Fighter series? What new mechanics do you think they're trying to introduce with Tekken Cross Street Fighter? And do you think they're trying to recover from their mistakes? Obviously, I think so. From the controversy that they faced with Street Fighter Cross Tekken. So tell me what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace, and I'll see you guys next time.